What's up, everybody? It is a beautiful 95-degree day here in the beautiful land of Navy Point, Florida. That's just right here in Pensacola, Florida. We call it Navy Point land because it is the land of no bad days. But I've come along this new idea here of these soft backpack coolers, and if you're wondering what that crazy sound is over my head, that's a cicada beetle. I guess it's a beetle. It's one of those giant flies. It looks like a beetle and they scream real loud. But came along with this Tourit backpack ice cooler, and me and Samantha got in this hot debate the other day about which one was better, and I was like, well, that is an argument that we have to test. So in this video we're going to be putting this soft cooler up against my Yeti over there, a beautiful teal Yeti with this crazy burn mark from a tailpipe, and the Ice Mule. See, I borrowed that one from my neighbor to do this whole scientific test. So the goal of this video is I'm doing an ice test, and then I'm gonna tell you my things that I figured out after using these for a while. Because I know a lot of people out there are gonna protect their do or die Yeti until there's a raging battle in the comment section. So I wanna create that raging battle, and we're gonna put them up against each other. So that's what we're gonna do, everybody. Let's do this. All right, guys, so my name's Jack, and this is the land of jack.motley, and I just got done testing these coolers, and I got me some notes that I gotta go over with y'all about. So y'all know here in Pensacola, this is Beach Town, USA. I mean, this is bright sands and turquoise water. So we do a lot of stuff at the beach. So we gotta, one, have a really good cooler, and two, it's got to meet a few credentials, okay? When you're at the beach all day, you don't want to not have any ice. But if you're not there for 5 or 6 days, what's the deal of having a crazy expensive cooler? So you know that I had a huge battle between Old Red and switching to a Yeti or one of these fancier coolers. And it wasn't until Old Red died that I had to do that.
Oh, thank God.
Old Red just died.
Thank goodness. Get rid of that.
No!
We got a pretty Yeti.
But so for today, in my comparison video, I have the Yeti 20, the Tourit 20, and that Ice Mule right over there that I borrowed from a neighbor, and I put 20 pounds of ice in every one of them. And since the Ice Mule can roll down into fitting that size, I said, you know what? Comparable. We're gonna do this. So we have an hard cooler versus a soft cooler comparison video, and that's what I'm trying to do. So I went down to the Twice the Ice machine because we live by our Twice the Ice machines here on the Gulf Coast, and I got me 20 pounds in each. Just dumped them right in there, threw the top on it, brought it home, and set them right there. If you're at the beach a lot, you actually cover up your cooler. You put a towel over it, put a visor over it, things like that. It keeps it, makes the ice last a lot longer. I don't care what cooler you got, you sit it in the 95-degree sun on these white beaches, and it literally just radiates heat into your cooler because the sun just reflects off the sand. All right, so it's like day 2, same time, noon-ish. This one, cold slush water, still cold, and thick slushy cold water. Not a lot of difference, but the Yeti is still pretty colder. I'd say this one wins hands down. This one, not so bad. That one, the Ice Mule, no way. It really wound up like this. In a head-to-head comparison, this one, the Tourit, which has insulated inside, it's got a cool little like waterproof dry bag right here, which is pretty handy to put your cell phone in and like your wallet and stuff like that, which gave this a really big plus. In a head-to-head comparison, the Yeti of course won and still had way more ice in it after the others had spent their ice. We're calling it the ice was pretty much melted. So the Tourit did about 2 days sitting right there in about 70% sun for most of the day. It's been about 95 degrees here. It's August in Pensacola, Florida, which is hot. When the cicada is screaming, you know you're supposed to get your butt inside, and when the tomato plants over there are drooping, you know it hadn't rained in a while, so it's real hot. They call it the dog days of summer here, and it is woo! So since the Tourit lasted about 2 days, the Ice Mule lasted like a day because you can't keep them full of air. Like if they get old, the bladder that holds the air when you blow them up, it doesn't hold the air very well, so your insulation goes out because it's just insulated really by air. I found it to be problemsome. Even though it's got shoulder straps and works like a backpack, you're gonna get like a day-ish out of it. Probably not that in the sun. Gonna get a little over a day, but it's a backpack. You can take your beers, and how long do you really want the ice to work? Trade-off. With this one, Samantha loves this thing because of the backpack and that it's easy to carry down the beach, and because of the wet weather pouch right here, which is pretty cool. It's got a little thing right here for your cell phone pack, and I'm gonna see if I can link this in the description box below. It's also got a little spot to, like, you know, put some cool stuff, you know, in here. The trade-off, the thing I have noticed, the big difference and the truth between these two coolers is really this. If you want to be able to just be mobile and run down to the beach with a backpack on, where you just strap it on your back and you roll, well, the backpack might be your thing. But if you're looking for a truck bed cooler or something to hold ice a long time, or you're wanting something that is it's just gonna last a while, well, the hard coolers are your friend. They're a little bulkier to carry down to the beach or carry places. You can put a strap on them, which I haven't made a video about that yet, but you can make an actual strap for your Yeti to, like, put on your shoulder, or for your Titan or Igloo or whichever one. But that's the big trade-off. You can't sit on your soft cooler, you can sit on your hard cooler, and you know how that is. Like when you're in the barn and you're sitting on that 5-gallon bucket, or you could be sitting on your cooler full of beers, well, you're gonna miss out on that. If you need a foot prop, you know, you're just lounging and you just need a foot prop. You're not gonna get that with the soft coolers. You're gonna get that with a hard cooler. But you can't put your cell phone in the hard cooler. Yeti, you should put a little pocket on it so you can, you know, for that 200 bucks, you can put your cell phone somewhere separate in the cooler. My favorite, and I'm gonna go against Samantha on this, is I still like my hard cooler. The Rough and Tough Yeti, the Titan, the Igloo, whatever hard cooler you're going with, that's my favorite. These are pretty cool, but I don't really think they're gonna last. And in Beach Town, USA, that when the sand gets this and the salt gets to it, it's gonna bleach out. The zippers are gonna stop working, because I've had enough of these type soft coolers that the zippers always go out on it. Tourit, don't hate me. I'm just telling you my opinion. I like the cooler for, like, Football Friday, or for, like, you know, cruising down to the pool or things like that. You know, this is pretty cool. Samantha loves it. But for me, it's not gonna be my hard cooler, because I keep my hard cooler in the back of the truck. Literally, I put a lock on that bad boy, it sits back there, and it's been back there for like a year or two now. My red cooler sat back there for like 6 years, unlocked. Nobody stole my Igloo. The thing was like 16 bucks. Because, why? Because when I come off from fishing, I can throw something in the cooler. If I'm going someplace, like I'm going over to a friend's house and I need some beers, Gatorade, some food, I throw it in the cooler, put a little ice in it, we roll on, baby. If I'm going to the job site or trying to flip a house, I just bring the cooler. And it just stays in the back. I always have a cooler. That's my opinion on it. But if I'm just looking for something fun to cruise around with a backpack of beers, this one's pretty cool. I mean, it's all a trade-off. Everything we do here is a trade-off. And I wanted to make this video to, like, maybe help you, y'all that are out there trying to make a decision. These things are new and kind of different on the market, and it's going to take time for them to set in. And, you know, like, it's kind of cool to be able to do that and cruise over to the boat. It's going to be your choice. I hope this video helped. Comment down below if you've tried these soft coolers and kind of like what you think about them. And let's have a discussion. I'll see you guys in the next video. And if I had something to throw at that beetle, I totally would. I'll see you guys later.